What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first installment of Destroyed. Basically what Destroyed is, it's a video series where I'm going to be showing you guys tips and tricks on how to do well in Search and Destroy. I'm going to be covering as much as I can in every video, but in this video we're going to start off with preparation before you start playing the game, because if you go into a Search and Destroy game without the right classes, without the right kill streaks, then it's obviously going to affect your playstyle, and it's obviously going to affect how well you're going to end up doing in that game mode. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is kill streaks. A lot of people ask me, what kill streaks should I run in Search and Destroy? And I always respond to them, use kill streaks that you're able to get. What I mean by that is that if you cannot get an 11 kill streak in a domination game, then obviously you're not going to be able to get an 11 kill streak in Search and Destroy, because it's only 6v6 and you have 7 rounds, and that means that you cannot die in between 7 rounds and you have to get those 11 kills. And if you're trying to go for a 4-0, then there's only 24 kills. That means you have to get pretty much half of your team's kills to get this kill streak. And also another thing I recommend a lot of the times too is the higher end kill streaks like 9 and 11 are not so beneficial in Search and Destroy as much as people want them to be and how much they think they are. But if you really think about it, if you get a chopper gunner and there's maybe 4 kills left, then you're only going to pick up 4 kills. So you pretty much wasted a 9 and 11 kill streak just for maybe an upwards of 4 to 5 kills. And you could also do a whole lot better with the lower end kill streaks, and the lower end kill streaks also benefit your team in a whole lot of ways. So what I'm going to show you guys is my recommended setup for Search and Destroy. I usually run Spy Plane, Napalm, and Blackbird. What I use this setup is for a Spy Plane. It helps all of my team out because it gives us a general idea of where the enemy team is located, and it also helps us to cut off enemies rushing into our spawn, and so on forth with them defending the bomb. Also with napalms, it gives me good cover, and it gives me good boundaries where enemies cannot cross and come in and kill us. So napalms are good for that as well. And also use Blackbird because it reveals the enemy location and direction. So that's going to help your team in a whole another way. So just think about what you guys want to roll with first, and roll with comfortable kill streaks. Another good setup is counter Spy Plane, Napalm, and Blackbird as well. You really want to use kill streaks that are going to benefit your team and not so much yourself, because being selfish in Search and Destroy is not going to get you guys very far, and it's in the long run it's just not going to benefit you when you're when you guys are trying to win. So that's all I can really say about kill streaks. But let's jump into our perks. Alright, I'll just show you a basic class here. This is one of my basic rushing classes, and it has lightweight, steady aim, and ninja. First off, we're going to start with the third perk, because I know a lot of people have questions on what to run in Search and Destroy. My main thing when I run Search and Destroy is always ninja, and I know a lot of people is like, well, why do you want to have silent footsteps? The reasoning behind that is that I have a headset, and majority of Call of Duty players now are getting headsets, and headsets are very beneficial when you're trying to hear enemies' footsteps. And with Ninja, you don't hear your footsteps, so you don't really get confused with hearing footsteps and hearing someone else's and mistaking them for your own. So that's basically why I use Ninja, and Ninja Pro also helps you out because you're able to hear the enemy team's footsteps better. And if you guys have a headset, that will benefit you as well. I don't really run Marathon too much because I do not like hearing my own footsteps. Same with every other perk, but some people like to use Hacker. Again, with Hacker, you're gonna hear your footsteps again, and I'm not a real big fan on that. But Hacker is pretty good if you want to spot claymores, motion sensors, or jammers. But here's my thing: I usually run Flak Jacket or Lightweight in Search and Destroy. I don't run Hardline, Scavenger, or Ghost. I'm just not a big fan on Ghost in general, and Ghost really is not beneficial to me at all. And Scavenger, you're not going to really need to be picking up extra bullets in Search and Destroy. The amount of bullets they give you to get 6 kills with is pretty good, and if you could pick up other guns, then you should be perfectly fine. Hardline, you don't really need it that much. It's only an extra kill to get a kill streak. And Flak Jacket is probably my main perk for this, because Flak Jacket helps you out a lot, because when you're planting bombs, you're able to take less nades, and especially when you run into a room and there's a claymore and it blows up in your face. and you get really pissed off, then Flak Jacket is going to help you out there because you won't die. That's why I like to run Flak Jacket Ninja, because that way I wouldn't have to use Hacker to find claymores. I know some people are going to complain about motion sensors or jammers, but generally if you have a headset you could also hear those, and they're not too hard to spot out in a general area. So first perk slot, I'm going to recommend lightweight and Flak Jacket, and yeah, that's all I'm going to recommend there. But you guys don't need to take my advice. This is just all my recommendations for playing, and we're going to jump into the second perk here. You could really roll with any of these perks right here. The main ones I like to roll with is Sleight of Hand, mainly because Sleight of Hand Pro is going to help you a lot when you're aiming in, and it's really going to come in handy when you turn a corner and there's someone that you don't expect to be there. And that's the same with Steady Aim. If you turn a corner, someone's there, you're able to get the extra hip fire. Or if you want to be able to aim in quick, then Sleight of Hand Pro is also good. Hardened Pro is also really good for Search and Destroy, because if you unexpectedly get shot, then you're not going to flinch as much, and you're going to be able to recover from that relatively well. So I'm going to recommend all 4 perks except Scout. Scout is alright for switching in between weapons, but in Search and Destroy you really want to stick to your primary weapon, so I'm not going to see a real big thing for running Scout and Search. Alright, so that's pretty much what I would recommend for those. For the perks. Now we're going to move on to the equipment / lethal and tactical. It goes either way. It's preference between frag or semtexes, because frags you're able to cook. Well, semtex you're able to cook and throw in, but frags you can also get when you throw it, it'll blow up quicker than a semtex depending on how long you cook it, and it also rolls. But some people don't like the aspect of it rolling, so you guys can use the semtex. It's all personal preference here, guys. What I'm going to recommend here is either Nova Gas, flashbangs, or concussions. Some people like to use Willy Pete's to set up smokes, but I really don't. I really don't see a big need for Willy Pete's. They kind of get annoying, personally. But Nova Gas will block off your enemies if you're if they're at a bomb. Then you're able to gas them, and they won't be able to kill you. Flashbangs and concussions also, they will stun your enemy, and you'll be able to pick up an easy kill. Next, I'm going to go to equipment. I'm really only going to recommend motion sensor or claymore. Is going to be my personal preference here. I don't see a big need for camera spikes. I don't see a big need for C4. Some people like to use C4 and place them on the bombs. That's perfectly fine. Technical insertions, that's just stupid. Because you're not going to respawn to Search and Destroy, because there's no point. And jammers, I'm kind of iffy on jammers, because people are going to know that there's a jammer in there, because UAV is going to be all blocked. And if they find it, then it's pretty much useless. And that's all for the equipment, I guess. Let's talk about weapon choices, because a lot of people are asking me like what guns to use in Search and Destroy. First off, I only use submachine guns and assault rifles when playing Search and Destroy, and that's because I'm mainly just trying to rank up, and I'm trying to win and trying to get good scoring games, and that's just not right with shotguns or light machine guns or sniper rifles. But you guys can also use shotguns and light machine guns and snipers. I mean, it's your game. You can have fun with it any way you guys like. This is just me trying to help you guys out with playing. So for submachine guns, I'm not a real big fan on any of the submachine guns besides the 74U and the MP5. With the MP5, the only thing I would really recommend is extended mags. It's all personal preference, but with that, you could also... My other SMG I'd prefer is the 74U, and attachments for that I would either go dual mag or grip. And some of you guys are dual mag, grip, and extended mag. I almost left that one out. But I know a lot of people like to use sights on their guns, and that's only if you guys don't like the iron sights. But if you guys get used to the iron sights, then there's really no points to use red dots and ACOG and reflex and those things in on your weapons. You guys can also use a suppressor too. I know some people that do pretty good with suppressors. But we're gonna move on to the assault rifles, and I can pretty much use any assault rifle and do practically well with it. Other than the FAL and the M14, those are both solid guns, and if you have any sort of gun skill, then you're gonna be able to do well with those. M16. My personal preference for the M16 is a red dot, mainly because the iron sights are not my favorite. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna really say about the M16. Enfield, it could go either way. Extended mags, whatever you guys want to roll with that. Now the FAMAS, really what I like to recommend is a red dot, and I use a special reticle. I use the lines with dot reticle. It really helps me out with the recoil and being able to handle how well I'm able to aim. That's one of my favorite reticles for that one. I wouldn't recommend using any big reticles because it just gets in your way and you're not able to aim properly. And also I'd recommend extended mag. You guys don't really need dual mag other than the fact that it gives you quicker reloads. But if you're using sleight of hand, then you're able to reload extended mags really well. So I'd go red dot or extended mags. But if you're playing a respawn game type like domination, dual mags is a very good way to go. And not really sure how this has gone on to about 10 minutes now, but we're just gonna clue it up here. The Galil is also a very good weapon for this. I'd recommend extended mags or dual mags, your preference, but you don't really need dual mag. Probably just go with extended mags. The suppressor is also really good on the Galil, but it's all up to you guys. It's all personal preference, like I said. You guys really don't need to use any of the weapons that I'm telling you. It's just this is that helps me out when I play. Also, with we're gonna roll into the AUG now, and basically with the AUG, all I like to use is extended mag for search and destroy, dual mag for respawn game types, and that's all I really like to use for that. So the suppressor is also really good because you don't show up on the radar, but I mean it's all up to you guys. And you guys can use the FAL too. I mean, it's a single shot weapon, so if you're running around a corner and you're only able to get one shot off, then you're obviously not going to be able to kill the enemy player. But if you're really good with or you have a really good trigger finger, then you'll be able to use this weapon efficiently. The next is the 74U, or not 74U, the 47, and that's probably one of my favorite weapons to roll at search and destroy. And the only real one that I use is extended mags. I can't stand any sights on the AK-47. It just throws my aim off completely. Extended mags or suppressor I would recommend for search, and dual mags for respawn game modes. And we have two assault rifles left. The Commando and the G11, which I don't have unlocked right now because I'm only level 42. But Commando, you could use red dot because I'm not a big fan of iron sights, and extended mags, they're both good. And G11, I don't use anything on the G11 because it only gives you 2 possible attachments, and they're not really that good. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little tips and whatever. Also, I'm going to try and do a video of my creative classes and explain to you guys why I'm using this and why I'm using that. But the next episode is going to feature some more gameplay, and going to feature in-depth on how to how to pick apart maps and how to know where your enemies are running and that sort of stuff. So anyway, guys, like the video for more of Destroyed. Anyway, guys, I am out.